Good afternoon to everyone. Myself, Dr. S.P. Umayal, Dean of EEE, PSN College of Engineering and Technology, will present regarding the basics of fuzzy logic today. So, now we have to see what is fuzzy logic and why we go in for fuzzy logic. Fuzzy logic is nothing but it is a way of representing imprecise data which we use in normal real world problems. We are taking a lot of decisions. These decisions are being taken by just the intuition of our own knowledge. But how do we make the computers to take decision? In order to do that, we can use this fuzzy logic. It is an artificial intelligence technique which is being used in order to make decisions. Okay, the crisp logic, normally we go in for normally the available logic is Boolean logic or the crisp logic. In crisp logic, we represent the things as either completely belonging to or completely not belonging to. That is, glass, it can be either full glass which is represented by 1 or an empty glass which is represented by 0. So this representation alone can be used in crisp logic. But in the case of real world problems, there are many things which cannot be represented just as full or empty or zeros or ones. There are many things which needs intermediate values. In order to have those intermediate values, we go in for fuzzy logic. This fuzzy logic helps us to represent the intermediate values. In that we can have the intermediate values. Okay, so the crisp logic, it is either full or it is an empty one. In the case of fuzzy logic, we can represent it as almost full glass. We put words like almost full glass or almost empty glass. Then how to represent this? It can be represented by fuzzy logic. How to do this? We can have membership functions. We can have membership functions which can be used to represent this fuzzy logic. Okay, so what is the motivation towards this fuzzy logic? It refers to a logic of approximation, and it is normally the Boolean logic assumes that every fact is either entirely true or entirely false. But in real world, many things we cannot put under true or false. We are supposed to use in order to say the climate, we say that it is almost sunny, it is almost cloudy. Like that we say, we use words. How to represent those things in the how to do some representation of these things. So fuzzy logic will allow the varying degree of truth, and the computers can apply this logic to represent vague, imprecise ideas such as hot, tall or old. Like this, many things can be represented by means of fuzzy logic. So it is an approach to uncertainty that combines the real values in between 0 and 1 and the logic operations. The fuzzy logic is based on the idea of fuzzy set theory, and the father of fuzzy logic is Zadeh, and the fuzzy set membership is found to be natural. That is, for example, in spoken language. Let me give an example. If a car is being if you want a car to be driven in the road, and the speed of the car is to be adjusted. For that, if we say that the speed of the car is 40, then what will happen is, for 40, if the speed we say that it is slow, then for 0 to 40, the speed is slow. From 40 to 60, this speed is medium. 0 to 40, the speed of the car. This represent the speed of the car, and this represent the membership values. This represent the membership values. Membership values, and this is 0 to 1. So this is slow, and if it is medium, 40 to 60, we can represent it as medium, and 60 to 80, it can be fast, like that: slow, medium and fast. This is the way to represent the speed in the case of CRISP logic. So 0 to 40, whatever the speed is, it has a membership value of 1. And from 40 to 60, whatever the value, whatever the speed of the car is, we represent it, we give the membership value of 1. And from 60 to 80, whatever the value, we give the membership as fast, and membership as 1. For fast, we give the membership as 1. But in the case of this is for CRISP logic. This is for CRISP logic. In the case of fuzzy logic, we can have a varying membership function. We can have a varying membership function from 0 to 40. It can be the membership function can be Gaussian type or a triangular type, trapezoidal type. There are many membership functions. It can be represented like this: gradual variations, 0 to 40. 0 to 40 gradual variations, and this will be having a highest membership value of 1, and it can be 0 to 40, and 20 is having the membership value of 1, and if it is going to be 15, then it will be having a membership value of 0.8. The same thing, if it is 30 also, we can have the membership value of 0.8. Like that, we can go on decreasing the membership values. From 0 to 1, there is a gradual increase of membership values. But in the case of CRISP logic, always it is either 0 or 1. There is no other intermediate values for CRISP logic. So many of the real world problems cannot be represented by CRISP logic. Instead of that, we can use this fuzzy logic to represent the real world problems. So only we are going for this fuzzy logic. This is the reason that we are going for fuzzy logic. See this diagram. If you see, it shows that a weight is moving towards the person. If we say that a mass of 1500 kg is approaching your head at 45.3 meters per second, then it is a precise one. Instead of that, just an outlook, some mass is going on moving towards the head of the person, then it is a significance. So this is the difference. If we say it as this much kg of mass is approaching the head at 45.3 meters per second and all, then it is precise. So this is the difference between precise and significance. So coming to the concept of fuzzy logic, many decision makings and problem solving tasks are too complex to be identified precisely. So, but people will succeed by using this imprecise knowledge. But fuzzy logic resembles the human reasoning in its use of approximate information and uncertainty to generate decisions. That is the reason that we are using fuzzy logic. Fuzzy logic can be used to represent imprecise knowledge, and it will also take decisions like a human being. So it is being used very much in artificial intelligence. In order to solve problems using artificial intelligence, we can use this fuzzy logic. So coming to the history of the fuzzy logic, Lotfrid Jade is the father of fuzzy logic. He found this fuzzy logic in the mid of 1960s. Jade developed fuzzy logic as a way of processing data. Instead of requiring a data element to be either a member or non-member of a set, he introduced the idea of partial membership. And in 1974, Mamdani used this fuzzy logic to regulate a steam engine, and in 1985 the researchers at Bell Laboratories developed the first fuzzy logic chip. So, fuzzy logic is a tool and it was introduced by Jade and it is a mathematical tool for dealing with uncertainty. So, this fuzzy logic system, it will take imprecise data and it will take vague statements and process it just like a human being, and it will give the decisions like a human being. For example, if we take the height of a person, then we can say that short or tall, like that. Okay, so if we say that 4 feet as short, then how to represent this 3.9 feet? It becomes, in the case of crisp set, this 3.9 will not be a set of short. Okay, but how to represent this 3.9 or how to represent 4.9, sorry, 4.1, these things will not be a member of the set short, because we say that set short means it is 4 feet. So if it is exactly 4 feet, then it is short. What about 3.9? What about 4.1? Those things, how to represent those things? In the case of fuzzy logic, we can use membership values to represent these things. Okay, the membership values of 1 means it belongs to a set and 0 means it does not belong to a set, and it is in the case of a crisp logic. But in the case of membership functions can be used in fuzzy logic. We can also say this 4.1 or 3.9 as it belongs to the set to degree of 0.9 or 0.8. Any value between 0 and 1 can be used to represent the belongingness of that member in that set by means of this fuzzy logic. It is represented x of a. X of a will be 0 or 1. If x belongs to a, or if x does not belong to a, it is represented as 0. If it belongs to a, then it is represented as 1 in the case of crisp set. But in the case of fuzzy set, we can also represent it as 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, like that. Any values in between 0 and 1 can be used to represent a member as belonging to that particular set. Okay, why we are going in for fuzzy logic? Based on the intuition and judgment, we can use this fuzzy, and there is no need for a mathematical model. Also, it provides a smooth transition between the members and non-members. It provides a smooth transition between members and non-members, like that. See, it provides a smooth transition between members and non-members. So the transition is from 0. This is 0.1. This is 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, like that. It comes to 1. So this is 1. This is 0.1. This is 0.2. 0.3, 0.4, like that to 1. So there is a smooth transition from 0 to 1. Okay, so it is easier to keep the real world problems in order to represent real world problems. It is very easy, and it is simple and fast, and it is also adaptive. But in the case of a crisp logic, the transition will be like this. All these things, membership 1, and here it becomes 0, membership 0. So this is for crisp logic, and this is for fuzzy logic. Smooth transition. There is a smooth transition, and we can implement design objectives difficult to express mathematically in linguistic or descriptive rules. So we are going in for fuzzy logic. Any complex, ill-defined process difficult for description and analysis by exact mathematical techniques, we can use this fuzzy logic. And approximate and inexact nature of the real world, vague concept easily dealt with by human beings in daily life. Okay, the tolerance of imprecision in return for tractability, robustness, and short computation time. So we need other techniques as supplement to conventional quantitative methods for manipulation of vague and uncertain informations, and to create systems that are much closer in spirit to human thinking. A fuzzy logic is a strong candidate for this purpose. That is the reason that we are going in for fuzzy logic. And this fuzzy logic is a superset of crisp logic or Boolean logic. It is a superset. Okay, the fuzzy logic, it will provide an alternate way to represent the linguistic and subjective attributes of the real world in computing. It is able to be applied to control systems and other applications in order to improve the efficiency and simplicity of the design process. This fuzzy logic, it is a way to represent variation or imprecision in logic, a way to make use of natural language in logic, and it is an approximate reasoning. The humans say that things like, if it is sunny and warm today I will drive fast. What are the linguistic variable? The temperature. The temperature can be represented as freeze, cool, warm, hot, and the cloud can be represented as overcast, partly cloudy, sunny, etc. The speed, it can be represented as slow, fast. So if it is sunny and warm today, then I will drive fast. A human normally used to say like this, and how to represent it, that we are doing it by means of this linguistic variables. So what are the applications of fuzzy systems? The fuzzy pattern recognition and classification, fuzzy clustering, image and speech processing, fuzzy systems for prediction, fuzzy control, monitoring, diagnosis, optimization and decision making, group decision making. And some interesting applications of fuzzy logic are ride smoothness control, camcorder, autofocus, braking systems, copier quality control, rice cooker temperature control, high performance drive, air conditioning systems, etc. In air conditioning system, what is the role of fuzzy? It will keep the temperature of the room suitable for the person automatically. The person need not go and adjust the things. It itself will do all the adjustments and make the room suitable for the person to live in. So that is the role of the fuzzy logic. So let me compare this fuzzy logic as well as crisp logic. In the case of crisp logic, the height of the person, what we take is from 150 to 170, it falls under the short, and the tall is from 180 to 200. So how they have represented this? See, short is from 150 to 170. This is 150 and this is 170. This is short. And if it is tall, then the tall boundary is 180 to 200. So this is 180 to 200. This is the membership values. These are the membership values, and these are the short or tall. Okay, and this is for short and this is for tall. In the case of fuzzy logic, see the membership function. For short, it becomes like this, from gradual decrease from 1 to 0, and for tall it becomes like this. So from gradually from 0 to 1. This is tall and this is short. So this type of gradual decrease is possible only with fuzzy logic. In the case of crisp logic, the transition from one to another is very it goes at a time from 0 to 1. There is no gradual decrease in this. So that is the difference between fuzzy logic and crisp logic. So it needs a hard decision. Crisp logic needs a hard decision. Fuzzy logic deals with membership in group function. So fuzzy set, it admits gradation between black and white, and fuzzy set, it has a graphical description that will express how the transition from one to another takes place. This graphical description is called as a membership function. It is this fuzzy logic extends its Boolean logic to handle the expression of vague concepts. To express the imprecise quantitatively, a set membership function maps elements to real values between 0 and 1. A fuzzy logic representation for the hotness of the room would assign 0 degrees Fahrenheit to a membership value of 1 and 25 degrees to a membership value of 0. Then 75 degrees would have a membership value in between 0 and 1. For example, (100 degrees). This can be 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and this can be 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Then a value 75 degrees will have a membership value in between this 0 and 100. So this can be either this leads to this crisp one, and this is a fuzzy one. The height is represented as from 0 to 1. It is a gradual increase in height. It is represented in degrees of membership in the case of fuzzy logic, but in the case of crisp logic, it is either 0 or 1. So this gives a good example of crisp and fuzzy membership functions. See, here we represent cold, cool, warm, hot. There are 4 sets: cold, cool, warm, and hot. The cold set lies between -10 and 0 degrees. For any value between -10 and 0 degrees, it has a membership value of 1 in the case of crisp logic. Okay, and same way for cool, any value whichever lies in between 0 and 10, it is represented as it has a membership value of 1. And for warm, from 10 to 20, any value, it has a membership value of 1. For hot, from 20 to 30, any value will have a membership value of 1. So that is for crisp logic. In the case of fuzzy logic, see, for cold itself, the membership value lies between 0 to 1. So -10 will have a membership value of 0, and -5 might have a membership value of 1, like that. -8 might have a membership value of 0.2, like that. We can calculate the membership values. So this is called as a triangular membership function, and we have represented the 4 sets: cold, cool, warm, and hot by means of membership functions in the case of fuzzy logic. See the fuzzy sets. This is trapezoidal membership functions. In trapezoidal membership functions, there are 4 things. From 0 to 1. This is 0. 0 to 1, then for certain things it will have a membership value of 1, and then again the membership values will decrease from 1 to 0. So we are representing the sets low, medium, high in the case by means of this trapezoidal membership. The temperature in the range of T1 to T2 for a fuzzy variable, and the second picture shows the traditional variable, that is the crisp variable T1 to T2. See, here we have a set X, and there are many different things like circle, diamond, triangle, like that things are there inside this set. Now one can define the crisp set of circles as C is equal to, in the case of crisp set, all which matches the circle alone can be taken in, and it will have a membership value of 1. But in the case of fuzzy set, the circles can be defined as, see, first thing we are taking a hexagon which has a membership function of 1, that is hexagon is the member of the set which has a membership value of 0.1. See, the next thing, the octagon has a membership value of 0.3. Like that, the membership values are going on varying, and for the circle the membership value will be 1. So whatever the data comma its membership value will be represented in the case of fuzzy sets. So membership function for a crisp set representation, the functions will be either it belongs to the set or it does not belong to the set. But in the case of fuzzy, the membership values will be represented as mu a of x, that is will be 1 if it is totally in A, and it will be 0 if it is not in A, and membership values will vary from 0 to 1 if it is having partly belonging to that particular set. So this mu a will vary from 0 to 1, like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 up to 1. Any value, it can take up any value in between 0 and 1. So the crisp membership function and a fuzzy. For numbers, now we are representing the crisp membership functions as either 1 or 0. So numbers greater than 10 means, if we want to represent a set with numbers greater than 10 means, then it is represented by this 10 and above, all the numbers will have the same membership function as 1. But for any number below 10, it has a membership function of 0 in the case of crisp. But in the case of fuzzy membership function, now we are representing the numbers near to 2 by means of a fuzzy set. Then for 2, the membership function will be 1. Example, this 2 will have a membership function of 1. And this 1 will have a membership function of 0.1. So like that it will be going on, and 3 will also have a membership function of 0.1. Like that, if we take any membership value, here there will be a number, and here also there will be a number. This this might be 1.5 and this might be 2.3 or something like that, which will have the same membership function of 0.5. Like this, the membership function will be going on varying. So this is the way how we represent fuzzy. This fuzzy is very much helpful for us in solving the real world problems. So we are using this fuzzy. So fuzzy membership functions and the crisp membership function. For example, a set of positive numbers, and it can be represented as membership value of 1, and in the case of fuzzy sets, the number near 0, we are representing it as bell-shaped or triangular membership function. We can use this. So this is a fuzzy membership function. For 10 numbers near to 10, for 10 we give the membership function 1, and for all the remaining numbers near to 10 we give a membership value which lies in between 0 and 1. There are various types of membership functions. It can be either an S-shaped function, a triangular membership function, trapezoidal membership function, Gaussian membership function, pi functions, vicinity functions, like that. There are different type of membership functions. So, a S-shaped function can be used to define the fuzzy set. It is given as, see, this S is S, X, A, B and C. Okay, X, it is 0 for X less than A. See, if it is less than A, then the membership value is 0. And in the case of X, in between A and B, the membership function is 2x minus A divided by C minus A by 2. So for B to C, then it is 1 minus 2 x minus C, C minus A. This is C minus A divided by 2. And it is 1 for all the other functions which is greater than C. So greater than C, for any function which is greater than C, it is 1. So this shows the S-shaped function. Okay. For S-shaped function, this is the membership function. X, A, B, C, 0. 0 for x less than or equal to A, and for x within A to B, it is 2 into x minus A by x minus C minus A the whole square, like that. For any thing above C, then it is 1. So next comes the triangular function. In the case of a triangular function, there are 3 points A, B and C. The membership function will be 1 for this. So the top of the height of the triangle will be 1 during the highest value. So triangular membership function, x, if x is less than A, then it is 0, and if it is in between A and B, then it is x minus A divided by B minus A. The same way, if it is in between B and C, it is C minus X, C minus B, and if it is greater than X, then it is 0. For the values above C, then it is 0. So this is also here a trapezoidal one, trapezoidal membership function. And for trapezoidal membership function, we can write the membership as if x less than A, or if x greater than D, then it is 0. If x less than A, it is 0. See, it is like this: A, B, C and D. There are 4 points: A, B, C and D. For Gaussian membership function, we can represent it as e power minus x minus b the whole square divided by 2a square. So this is the membership function for Gaussian. So the properties of the, coming to the properties of the fuzzy set. How do we define that? We define it by means of 3 things. One is the core, and another is the height, and another is the boundary and support. Okay. So the height of this will be 1. Always the height will be 1. And then core is the place between in which the membership values will be 1. for all the members which belong to this core will have a membership value of 1, and for in the case of boundary the membership values will vary from 0 to 1. In the case of boundary the values will vary from 0 to 1. Okay, the support is the one which contains both the boundary as well as the core. So So the core, it comprises of those elements X of the universe such that the membership value is 1. If the membership values of that core, it will be 1. So core is the elements that belong to the membership value of 1, and support the membership values will lie between 0 and 1, and boundary is the membership value will be within 0 to 1. So coming to the properties of the fuzzy set, the height of the fuzzy set, the height is defined as either a normal or subnormal. If it will be a normal if the height is 1, and it will be subnormal if the height is 0. So see, this is the membership. The membership value, if it is 1, then it belongs to the normal fuzzy set, and here if you see the membership function, it is less than 1, so it is a subnormal fuzzy set. Fuzzy sets can be either normal or subnormal. Normal means if the height is 1, then it is normal. If the height is less than 1, then it is subnormal. So fuzzy set operators, the fuzzy set, it can be, we can have either union, intersection or complement. So the operations that we do in this fuzzy sets are union, intersection, complement. So union is, we have two sets, tall and short. Then union of tall and short is, we will have this union, normally in union what we do is, see, we have these things. This is the union of the set, tall and short. Just like in normal crisp sets also, the union, we have the boundaries of this. The same way for fuzzy sets also we have the union. The fuzzy set union is the maximum of these things. That is, union is tall and short. In the case of fuzzy set intersection, it is the minimum. And complement means 1 minus f of a. Whatever the values of f of a, it is 1 minus f of a for the case of complement. And it is said as not tall. If tall is f of a, then not tall is 1 minus f of a. So fuzzy logic operations, not a means 1 minus a, and a and b is minimum of a and b, and a or b, that is maximum of a and b. So fuzzy logic not is, if we have a fuzzy set as 0, then not a is 1. That is 1 minus not a means 1 minus a. So 1 minus 0, which comes to 1, and 1 minus 0.25, which comes to 0.75. Like that, 1 minus a will become not a. The fuzzy logic and, it is the minimum of a and b. So we are taking two sets, 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75 and 1. Like that, b is 0.25, 0.5. Now in the case of fuzzy logic or, it is minimum of these two, 0, 0, minimum 0. 0 and 0.25, minimum is we have to take the minimum value, sorry, maximum value. It is or in and. And fuzzy logic and is minimum value and fuzzy logic or is maximum value. See, A and B, this 0, it goes to the next slide, that is what. So, fuzzy logic and it is 0, 0.25 and 0.5. It is the and fuzzy logic and is the minimum of 0.25, 0.5, which is 0.25. The same way 0.75 and 0.5 minimum value 0.5. 1 and 0.75 the minimum value is 0.75. So the minimum value in fuzzy logic and it is the minimum value, and in fuzzy logic or it is the maximum value. Fuzzy logic or it is the maximum value. Maximum of A and B. So 0.5, 0.5, 0.5 and 0.25 it is 0.5. Maximum values come to fuzzy logic or. So like that we can fill this whole table. The maximum value is for fuzzy logic or. So linguistic variables, the example for fuzzy, in fuzzy we can use this close, heavy, light, big, like this. These words which we use in normal day-to-day life can be represented by means of this fuzzy linguistic variables, and the fuzzy sets and concepts are commonly used in natural languages. Like John is tall. How tall? One can say that 5 feet is tall, one can say that 6.5 feet is tall. What do we define as tall? So it is the user defined one. For me it can be tall can be 6 feet, and for someone else tall can be 6.5 feet, like that. So depending upon the user the tall can be defined. The fuzzy sets can be used to define tall, smart, happy, like that. These words, how happy Alex is happy, how much happy is Alex, how to define that, it depends upon the person. Okay, happiness can be defined depending upon the persons and by means of this fuzzy sets using the fuzzy linguistic variables. Okay, the fuzzy variable is defined by means of quadruple, that is V is equal to X, L, U and M. So X is the variable, that is the temperature, and L can be the labels, a set of labels, like temperature can be defined as low, medium, high, like that. So that is L. And U is the universe of discourse from which value to which value. Okay, and M is the semantic rules that define the meaning of each label in L, that is the membership functions. So see, X, L, U and M. X is the temperature, L is the linguistic variable low, medium, high, and U is the minus 70 to plus 70, that is the universe of discourse, and M is the membership function, that is low, medium, high. These are the membership functions. So this is the way to represent the fuzzy sets. So fuzzy variable old ages from 40 to 60. Okay. Every person is given a degree of membership between 0 and 1 to indicate how old the person is. So, for example, the fuzzy membership short will be 0 if x is 1.9. See, we can define short as like this: 0 to 1 is till 1.7 it is short. Then 1.9 it is gradually decreasing from 1.7 to 1.9. It is going on gradually decreasing. How to define this? If it is 1 if x is less than 1.7, it is 1 if x is less than 1.7 meters, else from 1.9 minus x divided by 0.2. This 0.2 is the difference between 1.9 and 1.7. It is the difference between 1.9 minus 1.7, that is 0.2. So the degree of membership, how we will allocate for this is 1.9 minus x, whatever the values in between, 1.9 minus x divided by 0.2. So if I take this 1.8, then 1.9 minus 1.8 divided by 0.2, that is the membership value is 0.1 divided by 0.2. That is 0.5, that is here. Time is
Thank you so much.
அது இதெல்லாம் இப்போ ரெக்கார்ட் ஆகுங்க. So like this we represent the fuzzy sets in the So the temperature is represented as freeze, cool, warm and hot. And if we ask a question what is the temperature, then we can answer as it is warm or it is cool or it is hot. Then we can also ask how warm it is. For that we use the fuzzy logic in order to represent that. So it is being represented. How cool is 36 degrees Fahrenheit? It is 30% cool and 70% freeze. How do we do that? It is 0.7 and 0.3. It belongs to, see, I have a temperature of 36 degrees Fahrenheit. So 36 degrees, this is 36 degrees Fahrenheit. This 36 degrees Fahrenheit, it belongs to two sets. It belongs to cool as well as it belongs to freeze. In the case of cool, it belongs to, it has a membership value of 0.3, and in the case of freeze, it has a membership value of 0.7. Okay, so the same 36 degree Fahrenheit will is belonging to two sets. One is freeze and another is cool. This is the advantage of this fuzzy logic. We can use the same thing for different sets with different membership functions. The same Fahrenheit can have membership functions in more than one set. That is the advantage of this fuzzy logic, and that is that helps us to solve the real world problem very easily. So with this we will end up this section and we will continue this in the next one. Thank you very much. Thank you.